Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of He Said, She Said, with your boy Zeus and the lovely Jade Parks. How you doing today, Jade?
Good. How are you?
So far, so good. It is, I was going to say it's still early, but it is not. It's 10 o'clock at night here on the East Coast. If you're joining us here from the East Coast, or if you're joining us from anywhere else in the world, give us a shout in the comment section. Let us know where you're watching from, and let us know how your weekend's going. It's a Saturday night, and I ain't got no body except for my red solo cup.
So lame, as per usual. Such dad jokes.
How, how is that even a dad joke? You're killing me here. Rebecca Nietzsche chiming in from Brazil.
Ooh.
Rebecca, thank you for being on. Rebecca, one of my co-hosts on our recap show for Warrior, just got picked up for season 3. All the hard work that fine young lady from Brazil has put in, her and so many others. Amy Wrights from Seattle. The rest of our cast: Matt Chua, Stephanie Young, uh, Frank Zhang. Rebecca, you know me too well. Don't take too many Red Bulls. How'd you know that was in here? Yeah, I've got that little smile to me tonight, I guess. But yeah, check us out. We do a weekly review every week. Obviously, redundant there, but we do a review every week of the HBO Max series Warrior. Great show based on the writings of Bruce Lee. He pitched this show. It ended up turning into Kung Fu back in the day, starring David Carradine, which was a little insulting, I would assume, for the Asian population. If this was something that was written supposed to be for Asians, but it was taken over. But thankfully, his daughter came out with uh, Justin Lin from the Fast and the Furious and Jonathan Tropper as the showrunner, and they got Warrior going, and it's a fantastic show. And so happy that we have got season 3 coming, and here's the season 4. They were in Variety. They mentioned us, the fans, in Variety magazine about how we were able to get this show back and going. So
It's amazing.
yeah, great show. If you have not watched it, please go watch it. It is not for the faint of heart. There is a lot of violence in this show, but some great storytelling around that violence, as well as some pretty graphic sex scenes as well. But I mean, if you're into Game of Thrones and things like that, you'll appreciate this because it's along that same veins with the really great writing that's mixed in with some really over the top, realistic looking violence as well. So yeah, check it out. Great show. Let's bring on some more seasons. I don't know. Quest who? I'm trying to quest, but um, Ron Corbo in the house. Ronnie, we love you, buddy. Glad to see you. So this week, you and I, we do this little review show as we do every week, as I've been stammering on here. We decided to do actors and actresses again, but this time we flipped it around. So instead of me giving you my favorite actress, which was Charlize Theron last time, and you giving me your favorite actor, we flipped it around, and I gave you my favorite actor, and you gave me your favorite actress. Well, one of them at least. You gave me Meryl Streep, and the movie It's Complicated.
Complicated, yes.
Meryl Streep, Alec Baldwin, John Krasinski from The Office, and I didn't know Steve Martin was in this movie as well. So I'm happy to be talking about that one. I gave you Mel Gibson. He's one of my favorite actors, not one of my favorite people. I realize he's a bit of a douchebag in real life, but I gave you Mel Gibson, and I gave you the movie Ransom.
Mhm.
I'm really excited to see your review of this movie as well. This is like pure 90s movie, so I want to see what you say. Then we went with, because we talked about D-bags on Ryan's All Things Geek earlier today, we also did D-bags in movies. So you gave me the movie All the Money in the World, who's got one of the biggest D-bags I've ever seen, Christopher Plummer, who came into this movie late, replacing a real life D-bag, Kevin Spacey. And I gave you the movie Dazed and Confused as one of the most voted upon D-bags in movie history. In our show tonight was Ben Affleck's O'Banion character in this. So I am excited for that. So folks, let us know what you think of these movies as well as we give you our reviews of them. Feel free to jump in at any point. We love talking to all of you, even our boy Ron here. All right. So let's get things started off. Why don't you start us off this week? And I figure you can start us off with one of my favorite movies of all time. And I am the quintessential stoner of the group. So, of course, I had to give you the movie Dazed and Confused. Please tell me what you thought.
Yeah. So, okay. Around the beginning of the film, like when everything was just kind of getting started, I felt at first it was just kind of a little bit slow for my taste. I mean, I don't know, like I can hear Zeus laughing in the background already. I just kind of like, I don't know, I kind of like a film where, right away, like, there's like something going on. But from the beginning, it was just kind of like, okay, like, basically everyone at the school is a stoner and it's their last day. And, they're just trying to live life to the fullest. They're making ninth graders' lives hell, which apparently is a thing at that school. Thank God I didn't go to school there. And yeah, but that's basically the plot of the film. And they're like, getting ready for this huge party that's going on. So anyway, back to what I thought of it. So I honestly thought that, it was a really good film all in general. I know a lot of the actors that were in the film, it was their first movie that they were ever in. So I think for that reason, it lacked a little bit in the acting department. But I do think overall, like, it was a great film. Matthew McConaughey, who's right over there, that was actually one of his first films, and I think he knocked it out of the park in that aspect. I think he did a really great job, and he honestly wasn't even a main character. But I think he did such a great job. Ben Affleck, yeah. Well, I think Ben Affleck in real life is kind of a douchebag.
Now you're starting to sound like Steve in our show from earlier tonight, because he had Ben Affleck in a couple different spots on his douchebag list.
I mean, I don't know Ben, obviously. Maybe he is a really nice guy in real life. I've heard otherwise, but I've never met him, so I can't really say for sure, obviously. But I don't know, like, I do think he knocked out of the park as well with this performance. I don't know. I don't think he was acting that much, but no, I'm just kidding. No, but I think they did a great job, and I loved the set designs. I loved the costumes, because this was actually made in the 90s, and this is a 70s, like 1976 kind of film. So I think they did an amazing job in that sense. Obviously, I wasn't born in the 90s. I wasn't even born in the
Rub it in. Keep rubbing it in.
Yeah, I wasn't born then, but I do think, from what I've seen and what I've heard, that they have done an amazing job kind of going back to those day and ages. So one other thing that I also loved was that, I apologize for the noise in the background. One other thing that I did love is I loved the music. I loved the music. I mean, the music, the soundtrack, it was so good. Like, I love rock and roll. I just love all that kind of like music from like the 70s and 80s and that kind of stuff. So that was also something that really stuck out to me, was the soundtrack. I wouldn't say I would exactly go out of my way to watch this film again, but it was like, I'm sorry.
No, it's
But
okay.
it was still good. Like if it came on like on the TV, like for sure I'd watch it. I'm just saying it's not like I would be like, oh, you know what I want to watch tonight? Dazed and Confused. Like that's just yeah.
You know, you absolutely nailed it with this soundtrack, though. I think the soundtrack is fantastic. It's one of the best soundtracks I've heard in a movie in a long time, and that's just because it's my era stuff. And I wasn't even from the '70s. Like I was born in '75, but I don't remember the '70s at all. But when I was growing up, that's the shit my mom listened to and I grew up on. And a lot of people from Welland in my age category, that's what we grew up on. So yeah,
me too, honestly. I grew up with that stuff too. And I know I'm a little younger than you, but just a little bit. But I grew up on that stuff too. Like my parents are around the same age as you, and sorry, and they're a little bit older, but anyway, they grew up on that kind of stuff too, and that's how I grew up on it. So
yeah, well, hey man, there's nothing wrong with that. It was a great movie. Like I had mentioned earlier on the show with Steve today, Dazed and Confused. What we see with these like bush parties, like right here, and the way that everyone lived and the music, that's how we were in the '90s. In Welland, we were so behind everywhere else. We were living the '70s in the '90s here in Welland. So, but great movie for me. I really loved it. But that being said, I don't want to influence your kind of score at all. What do you give this movie out of 10?
Yeah, so out of 10, I mean, I thought it was a really great film. Like I said, wouldn't go out of my way to watch it again, but I think it was really well done for what it was. I would give it a 7 out of 10.
Nice, 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of that is for the douchebaggery of this gentleman right here.
Honestly, I think a lot of it actually has to do with Matthew McConaughey's performance. I really enjoyed his performance, to be honest with you. So
he's really good in this movie.
Yeah.
And so is Jeremy London or Jason London. I'm not sure which of the twins it is that's in this movie, but the one that plays Randall Pink Floyd. I think he does a really good job in this movie too.
Yeah.
And of course Slater. Slater kind of feels this movie.
Slater was good too. That is true. Yeah, I have to agree with that.
I'm only giving a shotgun because I'm not going. Are you cool, man? Okay. All right. Sorry. So many flashbacks of real life that mimic that. Now, for my douchebaggery movie, you gave me quite the douchebag movie. And this is All the Money in the World, starring Christopher Plummer, Mark Wahlberg, Michelle Williams. Now, this movie originally was supposed to star Kevin Spacey in the role. Oh, I forget his name offhand.
Grandpa?
But the Grandpa Getty. John Paul Getty the first.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah. JPG, we'll call him. JPG here was supposed to be played by Kevin Spacey originally, but this was right around the time of the Me Too movement. And this is when one of the stars actually from Dazed and Confused, I forget his name in real life, but he's also in Star Trek Discovery. He was a blonde-haired guy with the glasses in Dazed and Confused.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's the one that accused Kevin Spacey of feeling him up, and it was in an after party or something like that while they were filming the movie American Beauty.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's why Kevin Spacey isn't in Hollywood anymore. Is because when the Me Too movement came out, I want to say Anthony Rapp is his name, also came out and accused Kevin Spacey of that. And Kevin Spacey never denied it. He blamed it on him being in the closet at the time.
Oh my God.
Yes, the weirdest fucking thing. Anyway, so, but it was supposed to be him. And he had filmed something like 22 scenes of this movie. And they had to refilm those all with Christopher Plummer. So you can actually see in certain scenes Mark Wahlberg is bigger. Like, and when there's in scenes where it's just him and Michelle Williams,
Yeah.
he's bigger than he is in scenes where he is with him and Christopher Plummer.
Huh.
Yeah, it's because they filmed it so much later, right? Because they had to go back and reshoot this. This is a
I
Ridley Scott movie, and Ridley Scott's a great director and promoter. And this movie overall is a very engaging and enthralling movie that brings you right into it. For me, though, this movie would be up there for one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. If it isn't for Mark fucking Wahlberg, his acting in this movie,
uh,
and I get it. I get it. I go after Wahlberg all the time. But I want you to realize I only go after Mark Wahlberg when he is playing a good guy, when I'm supposed to believe that he's a nice guy. Because I don't, and maybe it is a prejudice because I know who he was in the past and the shit he went through and the shit he never apologized for. So maybe it's me holding a bit of a grudge. But to me, this is another one of those movies where Mark Wahlberg is trying to prove to us how good of a person he is in real life. And it just he can't play that guy. When Mark Wahlberg plays a bully or a straight up soldier or a straight up this is what I'm going to do and kind of, cold and calculating, he's fantastic in those roles for acting. This though, oh my god, and I get that he has a couple moments where he gets really intense, but every scene I'm taken out of with him in it. Like I'm like, how did you cast this guy for this role? Because I just don't believe him in this role at all. Michelle Williams is fucking amazing in this movie. She's nominated for an Oscar in this movie. I think Christopher Plummer was as well.
yeah.
And I mean, like Michelle Williams, like there's moments in this movie, and I'm just like, I forget. The acting's good is when you forget you're watching a movie. And I forget I'm watching a movie this entire movie until Mark Wahlberg comes on. And I'm telling you, I like Mark Wahlberg in certain stuff. I really do. There's movies I watch with him and I'm like, oh, that's really good. Or The Fighter, I didn't even think about him once being Mark Wahlberg. Like that movie with him and I don't know if you've ever seen that, but him and Christian Bale, where he plays Mickey Ward. Great movie. He does a fantastic job. But this movie, it's the only thing wrong with this whole fucking movie. Like seriously, the plot is fantastic. Christopher Plummer is a great douchebag. I almost want to see Kevin Spacey's portrayal in that role too, just because we know he's a douchebag in real life as well. So I would have liked to have seen that spin on it, honestly. And I know he doesn't deserve it because of who he is, but Mark Wahlberg, man, maybe it's me. I don't know. What did you think? Like, am I wrong? Am I wrong in this? Because you watched this. You gave this to me to watch.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I loved the film personally. I don't want to, influence your decision at all either, but I personally did love the film. I honestly didn't have a problem with Mark Wahlberg's acting in it, but then again, I don't really know, like, like who he was back then kind of thing. Like, I don't really know any of that kind of stuff. I don't follow up on that. So that might also have some.
I'll give you the links later. Look, anybody else, if you want to know, I'm not going to promote it and try to shit talk the guy. I guess I already am by doing this. But look up his past. And yeah, man, he did some really bad racist shit back in the day when he was a kid. And everybody from that kind of group that did all that shit, horrible shit, all apologized for it except for Mark Wahlberg. The only one that became famous out of the entire group is the only one not to apologize for it. Now, I may be wrong, and he may have apologized for it somewhere within the last maybe 5 to 10 years. But last I saw, that's something he'd still never. Anyways, movie's really good. The movie is really good. And yeah, maybe it's just Mark Wahlberg brings me out of it, but he doesn't bring me out of it in other, like I said, in other type of movies. But this one he did. That being said, I really did like this movie. I think Christopher Plummer was great. Michelle Williams, like seriously, and I didn't mean to go on that Mark Wahlberg rant and take away from how great Michelle Williams really is in this. Like Michelle Williams, this is a girl from Dawson's Creek. Like she's fantastic in everything I see her in. Like she's becoming, to me, she's coming close to Charlize Theron territory. For
Okay.
you could put her in anything and she could act. Like I just need to see her in a John Wick type movie now, so I can see that she. Listen, Charlize did Mighty Joe Young. She did, she did Devil's Advocate. Then she did Atomic Blonde. Then she did the Fast and the Furious movies. I mean, there's nothing Charlize can't do. And I'm thinking Michelle Williams is pretty damn close to there now. So, but yeah, she was great. Christopher Plummer's great. Mark Wahlberg. I'm trying to be unbiased. He's okay, I guess, but he brings me out every time, and just because of that, I have to take this movie to an 8 out of 10. I want to give it an 8.5. I really do. But every time he's on, I'm just like, this is not Mark Wahlberg. Why did you cast Mark Wahlberg? I'm like, why was it Mark Wahlberg though? I'm not even saying that I'm not even saying that his acting wasn't decent. It's just he doesn't make sense. His body, the way he carries himself, just everything. It just doesn't make sense in this movie. For that reason only, that's why it only got an 8 and possibly not enough. I may have given this movie a 9, honestly, because it really was like I hate Christopher Plummer so much in this movie. Like so much. He's such a dick in this movie. Oh my god.
Well,
but
the guy, the kid that played the Paul, like the one that got kidnapped.
Yeah.
He was actually originally supposed to play Spider-Man.
No way.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, because I had heard it was supposed to be the kid from Ender's Game.
Oh, well, I don't know. When I looked him up after, because I've never heard of him, that's what it said, but I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, no, I know. Who knows with the rumor mills with all that stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know. But that's just what I heard. So I was like, oh, well, I kind of glad it was Tom Holland. But anyway, I mean, yeah, like it's a crazy story though, like especially because it's a true story.
Is it a true story?
It is a true story, yes.
Oh.
It's based on a true story.
See, I didn't even know this was a true. Well, and that makes me not like Mark Wahlberg's performance even that much more. And it's not even so much that I don't like Mark and let me clarify this. It's not so much that I don't like Mark Wahlberg's performance here. Well, I don't. But more than that, I don't like the casting director's choice of Mark Wahlberg for this character. I could have honestly have seen you putting Mark Wahlberg in the makeup and made him look old and had him be the grandfather. I'm not even joking. He would have been good there. I would have believed that because I can buy him as that, oh, I'd like to pay ransom, but if I paid ransom for him, then I got to pay for all these other grandkids I got. People are just going to come after all the grandkids. Like,
oh my god.
And I'm sorry, Mark Wahlberg. I really am. Well, I'm not. Until you say you're sorry, I'm not sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry. But you say you're sorry, I'll say I'm sorry. And it wasn't even me that you need to apologize to. Like, fuck. And people are going to be like, whoa, like, go check it out. Go Google what he did as a youth. It's all public record.
How long ago was this that he did whatever he did?
Doesn't matter if he's never apologized for it.
But like, I'm just wondering. Like,
I mean, people can change. Don't get me wrong, and I'm happy for anyone that changes because I know a lot of bad people and that have turned into good people.
Me.
You're not old enough to have been a bad person to turn into a good person yet. You're still on your route to becoming an evil person. No, I just listen. You have to make amends. You have to apologize if you want to move forward and you want people to believe. Not even if you want people to believe. If you truly want to be the person that you say you are and being benevolent and thinking about everybody, you denounce the person you used to be. You have to own up and be like, listen, I was a douchebag. I did horrible things to people, and I treated them like less of a person, less of a people than everybody else. I'm sorry for that, and I'll try to make amends. Then I'm cool with that. Like I will give you the benefit of the doubt. The fact that he's never done that, and there's like multiple videos out there where he's been given the opportunity to, and he never does, or he kind of wiggles his way around an apology. I'm just like, just own up to it, man.
Okay, so now that you know that it's a true story, does that change your review at all?
No.
Okay, all right.
Well, if it did, it would make it a little bit lower because Mark Wahlberg should not be that person. The casting in this movie is great. I even think the casting of Kevin Spacey was great. Just he's a horrible person. Same deal. But like Mark Wahlberg's acting style doesn't match up for this role. And that no matter who even if Mark Wahlberg was to apologize for everything he's ever done, his acting style, just everything about him, his persona just doesn't fit this role,
Fair enough. Okay.
You're laughing out at me like it's just all Mark Wahlberg hate. It
kind of is.
No, the Mark Wahlberg hate, which I do not deny, it's just coincidental for what I think about him being cast in this role, because it really doesn't fit his acting style, in my opinion. And I understand him wanting to step out of because he's done this on many occasions where he tries to play a role that's not kind of in his wheelhouse. And to me, this is another one of those roles. But again, an 8 is a very good score, especially for me.
Well, I'm glad you liked it.
I did. It was an excellent movie. Like really, really well written, really well directed. 95% great acting in this movie.
The 5% of bad goes to Mark Wahlberg. You know what's funny though is that you're giving so much hate to Mark Wahlberg. Meanwhile, Donnie Wahlberg is in the film that you gave me.
Donnie Wahlberg's in
Ransom. No, Ransom.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, but he's a bit role in it.
I just found it funny.
I totally fucking forgot he was in that movie. Like that's how bit of a bit role he is in that movie. But yeah, no, I dig it. All right.
So do you like Donnie more than Mark?
I do like Donnie more than Mark.
Okay, all right.
He was a new kid on the block.
Oh God.
Do you know New Kids on the Block?
I do, but I never saw it.
Them. They were like the original. What would be the equivalent for you? Would be that English boy band that broke up. One Direction.
Ew. I never liked One Direction.
I didn't say you did. Just saying they were that popular band back in the day. All right, let's move on. So we got our douchebags out of the way, nice and early. We're gonna move on to our favorite actors and actresses. This week you gave me Meryl Streep in It's Complicated, and I gave you Mel Gibson in Ransom. I think I'm gonna let you go first this time with your review of Mel Gibson and Ransom.
Okay.
Give me back my son!
I was not expecting that at all.
I know. Look at that.
Oh, it's my grad photos.
That's funny.
I hope, yeah. Do you
Some
like
inside baseball for you folks.
Yeah. Do you like them, Zeus? I thought they turned out pretty nice.
I think they did. You should get those blown up. Was that Jocelyn? Is it Jocelyn's that does the grad photos? I don't
know.
They did the rings.
Anyway.
Yes, you look good. I love the gown.
Starved myself all week just to look great. Anyway, Ransom. Okay, so the whole thing about this film, I thought it was exciting from the start. I mean, the whole son being kidnapped and, the father has to kind of try to figure out how to get his son back and save him. Kind of gave me a little bit of Taken vibes, but
this came out way before Taken.
Yeah, but and I've seen Taken obviously before, and I've never seen this one, but that's kind of what it reminded me of. But I know it's a little bit different than that film. So anyway, I really enjoyed this film. Honestly, I think I'm not a huge Mel Gibson fan, to be quite honest with you. Not as much as Zeus hates Mark Wahlberg, but I'm not a huge Mel Gibson fan, but I did really like him in this film. I think this is actually my favorite Mel Gibson film that I've ever seen, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, I really enjoyed this film, honestly. It was a really great film. I think the acting was amazing. I think the whole cast did a great job. I think the set design, everything, I think everything was really great, honestly. And I really enjoyed, kind of the plot twist, especially at the end of the film. I mean, you have the kidnapper, right, who saves his son. I forget his name. What's the kid's name? I forget the kid's name.
His son. I honestly don't know, just because I've watched it.
You know what I'm talking about. Anyway,
Give me back my son! Give me back my son!
He saves the kid, right? But then Mel Gibson's character, Tom, finds out later on that he's really the kidnapper. And the only reason he even finds that out is because when the kid goes to, see what his dad's up to and sees that guy talking to his dad, he's like, he pees his pants, and the dad's like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And then he figures it out in his head, wait, that's the guy who kidnapped my son, who wants the $4 million. So that was crazy in itself. And then, once he figures it out, he basically kind of gets kidnapped himself to go to the bank to get the $4 million. And then there's this whole bloodbath at the end. And that was this whole crazy thing. And basically throughout the whole film, it just kind of led up to this whole crazy, bloodbath war in the end. And the bad guy ends up dying, spoiler alert. But honestly, I thought it was really well done. I'm not explaining it great, to be quite honest with you right now, but I thought it was really great. I thought it was a really great film, and I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it was actually probably my favorite Mel Gibson film that I've ever seen. So
I'm happy to hear this. So that all said, what's your score out of 10?
Out of 10, I'd give this an 8 out of 10.
Damn, that's a good score.
Yeah.
8 out of 10 is really respectable. And Mel Gibson, I'm thinking, we talked earlier about what we might do for next week.
Yeah.
And I think I have, and we discussed one for one of the movies, and I think I have the one for the second one.
Yeah.
Movies starring actors or actresses that one of us hate, but the other likes. So Mark Wahlberg movies that you like that I haven't seen, and Mel Gibson movies because you don't like Mel Gibson as a person.
Right.
Because I started, I don't like Mel Gibson. I'm like, oh shit, there's a lot of movies from the 80s and the 90s that were really good. I'm thinking Air America. Oh my God, there's just so much. Mel Gibson is a fantastic actor. Oh my God. I've got a chick flick movie for you from Mel Gibson.
Oh my god.
What Women Want.
What Women Want?
I think it's called What Women Want.
Okay. I'll type it in.
Wait, let me just check. Oh. But if that's anyways, as I'm doing that, tell me what did you give me a score on this?
Did I what, sorry?
Did you give us a score yet?
I did, yeah. I said 8 out of 10.
Oh, that's right. 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got it here. I'm going to put up the trailer real quick here
Okay.
on share screen. Please, Facebook, don't block me for this
Right
shit.
now is the greatest time in.
Don't look at that download information stuff. That wasn't me. All right, so the ad's playing. This is the trailer.
Oh God, he nearly killed me. Too bad he missed.
Oh, this is just a clip. Wait. This is no good. We need a trailer. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
That girl we met last night,
Yeah, I was born.
nothing happened after you put her in the cab, right? It did? Something happened? She said she had to be in bed early. Well, I had her in bed by 11.
Nick Marshall thought he was God's gift to women.
Cappuccino extra foam. Toro grande.
Grande, or at least I like to think so.
Next.
But he's about to discover what women think.
Let me get your cab, sir.
Thank you, Flo.
You're welcome, my little sweet buns.
What did you say?
Me? Nothing.
I can hear what women think.
Whoa, lighten up with that aftershave, buddy.
I'm talking personal, private stuff. The stuff that nobody on earth is supposed to hear. I hear that stuff. It's driving me crazy. Even French poodles, I can hear it.
Monsieur, I need to poo-poo. I don't know how this happened to you or why, but you may just be the luckiest man on earth. Hello, I'm Darcy. Think of the possibilities.
Great photographs.
No clue they're all Margaret Burke-White.
They're not all Margaret Burke-White, are they?
Yeah, they are. This guy's kind of exciting.
Paramount Pictures and Icon Productions present.
I won't dance. I'm going to be the one guy on earth who knows what women want, how they think, and why they do those cuckoo things they do.
The story of a man's man who's listening to what women want.
Don't fall for a guy at work. Don't fall for a guy at work.
Why?
Why what?
And getting in touch with his feminine side.
Dad,
Hi.
what are you doing?
Exfoliating? I'm a bitch.
Mel Gibson,
You go, girl.
Helen Hunt,
I'm free. Just call me anytime. I'm flirting. What's wrong with me? Oh, God, I just looked at his crotch. Oh, I hope he didn't see me. Oh, I just looked at it again. Stop it.
What Women Want, a Nancy Meyers film.
I can't believe this is what they're wearing the last night I'm a virgin.
Was that his daughter?
Yeah. So that's the movie I think I'm giving you.
Okay. All right.
I'm low-key going to make you love Mel Gibson. I get he's a misogynistic, anti-Semite, racist piece of shit, but acting Mel Gibson is just lovely. What am I drinking? I shouldn't be drinking, honestly. I've been drinking since we're at GTV, and I'm drinking Jack Daniels and Jack Daniels. Mel is a horrible person. Actor, though, different story. Lethal Weapon movies will go down in history. And Zeus, I got to disagree with you on Marky Mark. Oh, okay, well, explain to me that. Oh, Brandon, do you know the story about Marky Mark? And, well, it depends on what you're disagreeing. Are you disagreeing on my point on him as a person? Or are you disagreeing with me on him being right for the role in the movie that we did there? What was it called? I'm sorry. All the Money in the World. I really just think he was miscast in that role. I'm not saying he's not a good actor, but I'm saying for stuff like that, I just don't think it suits him.
Okay.
He was great in Fear. Watch Fear. Love that.
All right, I'm gonna do a Mark Wahlberg movie because you made a whole rant about him. So I really want to do a Mark Wahlberg movie. So I'm gonna either give you, depending on what you've seen, either Instant Family or Mile 22.
I feel like I've seen Instant Family. Let me just check here. Who was in Instant Family?
Rose Byrne.
I feel like I watched the trailer. I feel like I started to watch this movie and shut it off.
Okay, then we could do Mile 22.
And Mile 22 is the one where he's carrying the gun, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually seen. Ronda Rousey's in this movie too. Oh, I'm gonna fucking hate this movie, but I'll watch it. I have not seen it, but I will fucking hate it. I'm telling you right now. Wow, I shouldn't be drinking while we do these shows, but let me just preface this by saying, listen, Ronda Rousey is one of the greatest fighters of all time. She's a very decent wrestler. That's where I'm going to leave it.
Okay, all right.
I mean, oh my God. So what is it? Mile 22 you're giving me?
Yeah.
And I am giving you What Women Want. I feel like every week I give you gold.
I am giving you gold.
This week you gave me gold, and that was rarity.
Hey, I gave you Harry Potter, which is a really good film.
Oh, wait. Which Harry Potter? The original, right? The first
Yes.
one? Okay. Chad says, I just got here, but this is awesome. Thanks, brother. I know. I should drink more often during the shows. No, I'm kidding. She's no Gina Carano. Chad, that, like, legit, that is what I was thinking. And Gina Carano is a bit of a horrible person. I get that. Whatever. We're talking about acting. I could separate the two. Don't get me into the whole she got fired from Disney and Mandalorian for being a conservative. No matter what, she was warned twice, and then the third time, even though what she said wasn't that bad, it was still the third offense, and she got to go at that point. 3 strikes you out. But she's a way better actress than Ronda fucking Rousey. Ronda Rousey, you will whoop my ass. I'm sorry if I ever meet you. Please don't whoop me for that, but come on, man. Still a terrible actress. Gina Carano or Ronda Rousey? Please tell us. And I'm glad you're liking the He Said, She Said. We are looking for more sponsors. As you can see up there in the top corner, we have got DocNet as our principal sponsor. We do look for more. Jade and I, both recent graduates of the BRTF, Broadcasting for Radio, Television, and Film Performance. Congratulations, Jade.
Congratulations, Zeus. Yay, round of applause.
Round of applause. Oh my God, I haven't seen that since the 1980s. I didn't know that was a thing still. Wow. Thank you for that. But if you do want to be a sponsor of our show or anything like that, the best thing about sponsoring our show is we're actual grads from a broadcasting program. We have the diplomas to prove it. We could produce our own commercials for you. We don't have to pay actors. We don't have to pay voice people. We don't have to pay an editing or production team. We know how to do that. You pay us one fee. We send the word out for everybody for you. We do the little commercials, whatever you need. And yeah, hit us up if you're looking to get the word out. Magic hands. Hey guys, congrats. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Chad said both are still a terrible actress. Oh yeah. Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey. Yeah. Hey guys, congrats. Thank you. Magic hands. I'm not a Star Wars fan. Her acting in The Mandalorian is terror bad. I mean, her acting isn't great. I will give you that. And you know what? Her acting isn't great in really anything she's really been in. But I was a big Gina Carano fan prior to her politics. Like I like the fact that her father is a former Dallas Cowboy quarterback, even though he's a second stringer. I love the fact that she was an MMA fighter. She was the first undefeated female MMA fighter until she fought Cyborg, who was way out of her weight class, and Gina had already retired for a couple years at that point. Gina Carano was on American Gladiators, the remake, and she was undefeated on that show. And then she did a movie called Haywire with Ewan McGregor, Michael Fassbender, and she was decent in that. She wasn't great, but she was decent. So I didn't hate her. It's just her politics I'm not a big fan of. But whatever. I don't include that when it comes to your acting. Doesn't make her a good actress. True. She's done some decent stuff. Anyway, so there we go. So next week we have Fantasy. So that's the one we didn't tell the fans that. You and I,
we didn't tell them that. Yeah.
yeah, we talked prior. So here we go. Here's the ideas that we have. We talked about doing fantasy for next week. We're definitely doing actors that the others hate, and we've chosen. You chose Mile 22 for me, for Mark Wahlberg. I chose What Women Want from Mel Gibson for you. There's so much. I want to give you a Mel Gibson movie like almost every week. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh my god.
For fantasy, though, I had suggested giving you the Tom Cruise, Tim Curry movie Legend. And you had suggested giving me the movie Harry Potter. Because I've never seen the Harry Potter movies. I've seen about half of the first movie and I shut it off. Sorry. I'm sorry. Might as well make a robot do her talking lines. Yes, that's true. She does deliver her lines very wooden. She delivers them like someone who's never really acted before, but that's trying. Fantasy, I'm in. So, Chad, what do you think? Well, you folks, what do you think of the movies we've chosen for each other? Like I said, I've given Jade Legend, Tim Curry, Tom Cruise, and she's given me the first Harry Potter movie. Are those good? Okay, different definition of fantasy. Well, what were you thinking of fantasy, Chad? What were the movies that pop in your head? And I realized as I play that back in my half drunk mind afterwards, it sounded very sarcastic. I didn't mean it that way, but like literally, what are some of the things that you were thinking? Greg says Legend was cool. What about Willow? Willow was great. And you know what's the good idea about Willow, Greg? Is if we give her Willow, Disney Plus is working on a Willow Disney Plus television series that's a continuation from the movie. So it would be good for Jade to actually watch that movie in preparation for that. But maybe we can save that for when we do fantasy another time. I don't know. But I do like that idea. Willow's great. Val Kilmer, Warwick Davis. You have no idea.
No.
Who either of those people are.
No.
Chad says Willow, Krull, any Lord of the Rings. Harry Potter is good. I've seen all the Lord of the Rings and read the books. And I think you've seen all the Lord of the Rings stuff, haven't you? Yeah, so
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Harry Potter, all the Harry Potters work because I haven't seen any of them and she's seen them all. I've seen half of the first one. Chad Golden, Labyrinth. What a good movie. But I think you did that. No, I don't think we have done Labyrinth. No, but Labyrinth is a good choice. Let's keep that one on the back burner for later, though, because I really do like Labyrinth. Well, actually, I might give you Labyrinth instead of Legend. Legend is on the table, folks. I'm just putting that out there for now. Greg is saying to go with Willow. And, Willow's a good choice, too, just because if the Disney Plus series is coming, why not? It's like telling somebody to watch the Mighty Ducks TV show if they haven't seen the movies before. Oh my God, Greg Switzer, you just blew my mind. Jade, I'm sure you've never heard of The Last Starfighter, but I got to tell you, you want to talk about movies that are way ahead of their fucking time? I don't know that the special effects will hold up today, but when it comes for fantasy, I would say that one's more sci-fi though. But Last Starfighter, oh my God, ooh, such a good choice. David Stiles says Willow on TV. 30 years too late. No, but I think that's the whole point of it. Chad, okay, Dune, you're saying. Let me say this about Dune. When Dune came out, Chad and I were very young, and I watched it because my mom is into sci-fi, my grandfather's into sci-fi. I fucking hated the fucking Dune series. Maybe just because I was so young and I didn't understand it. I've never gone back to try to watch it again. I just know it was long and fucking boring and a lot of sand, and I saw the Beetlejuice worm. Tell me that wasn't the Beetlejuice worm. I don't care if it came out before Beetlejuice. That was the Beetlejuice worm. That was the Sarlacc pit at the very least. Ron Corbo says The Craft. We're going to save that for like a witchcraft sort of show. We can do like a magic and sorcery show. But I like where your head's at. I like that. Legend is really good. Yeah, I know. That's one of the reasons why I really want to give her Legend is because of how good Tim Curry is in his demonic role here. The Dark. Oh. I'm loving having people interact that I grew up with because they're saying a lot of shit from my youth, and I'm like, oh damn. The Dark Crystal was dope. But when I was a kid, that shit scared the fuck out of me. I watch it now and I'm like, this is the Muppets on acid, basically. like really, it's not scary when you're older. But when I was a kid, that low key fucking scared the shit out of me. That's what I'm here for. You and Gore Downey, buddy. I own this on Blu-ray as one of my favorite movies. David Stiles says Battle Beyond the Stars. I don't know that I know Battle Beyond the Stars. Let me just check. Are you seeing anything that comes to mind there, or anything that jumps out at you?
I've never seen any of those, to be quite honest.
Oh, I've definitely never seen this Battle Beyond the Stars. This looks pretty old. What's that?
I said I'm up for anything though. I mean, I'm not gonna.
I think when it's a movie that both of us haven't seen, we should really do a watch party. Set up a Discord room. I don't really know how to use it. I know that we couldn't do watch parties on the actual Patreon page. We'd have to give them the link on Patreon to where to watch it. But yeah, I think we should do that. But this is Battle Beyond the Stars, and this is way before my time. Bibbidi, yo. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna vote no on that one.
Okay.
Just because neither one of us have seen it.
Yeah,
that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Labyrinth beats Dark Crystal. Yeah, fair. It was the Beetlejuice worm from a time travel. Yes, dude, I'm telling you. We're getting a lot of comments today.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is. With fantasy, are you looking for more swords and magic than sci-fi fantasy? How about Excalibur? No, that works. Excalibur works too. I mean, fantasy and sci-fi are very interchangeable. It's hard to differentiate between the two of them, honestly. So I'm not going to hate on any suggestions we get that kind of fall under either. I would say sci-fi. I'm looking at more pop culture like Star Wars, Star Trek, Stargate, anything with a star in the beginning of it, basically. A Star is Born.
Star Trek. Or did you say Star Trek already? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh.
Starburst. Love got what do we got here? The Netflix Dark Crystal is amazing. I haven't seen that, Chad. I haven't watched that one. I've heard some bad stuff about it, and I don't want it to take away any more from what I thought in nostalgia of the original. And I already went back and watched the original, and that already hurt what I thought of the original because it didn't hold up quite as well. And I heard that the new show is not the greatest, so that's why I've stayed away from it. Honestly, I can't have it being wrong in my head. Hawk the Slayer. I've never heard of Hawk the Slayer. Tell us more, David Stiles. Chad says, I'm going to pick one for Jade, for Ryan. Stardust.
I've never seen that.
Neither have I.
Sorry.
Oh, wait. The David Bowie? No, I don't know. Love the show, guys. Thanks, Ron. We love you, buddy, honestly. Like, if we had a mascot, you would be our fucking mascot. If we can get somebody to draw up the Ronnie.
Nate? Nate's usually our mascot.
I know. I miss Nate. Where is our boy Nate? Like, I hope Nate's doing well, man. We're going to have to send a message out to him, honestly. Barbarella. There's so many things that are wrong with Barbarella, especially today. But so much I love about Barbarella because Jane Fonda is just so I don't give a fuck about everything when it comes to her. And she is such an activist in the world. And I mean, she would give up her millions just to make sure that the right thing is done in the world. And I love her for that. And I love the fact that she did Barbarella, and it is so fucking horrible. But yeah, maybe we give that to Jade. Friday night movies. Yeah, man. Well, by the time I guess we don't do anything on Fridays. Maybe. I don't know. Jade's got a boyfriend now, so we'll have to see. I mean, I probably wouldn't have said that if I hadn't had like 5 Jack and Red Bulls tonight.
Fine. Anyway,
Lady Hawk was good. Stardust. Oh, by Neil Gaiman. So I haven't seen that. I haven't seen it yet. I've seen. I see it listed in my Audible selections though for books. I love Neil Gaiman. I just haven't done it yet. I don't know. Chad Golden. IMDb. Okay, I'm glad you gave us the IMDb, but I can't. Like, all I can do is just show that, like the link. You can both thank me later. Thank you now, buddy. I'll thank you now. David Style says it's a sword and sorcery affair cult movie from 1980 with Jack Palance. Oh my God, Jack Palance is fucking great. Oh my God, I want to give you this movie too if you've never seen. Have you ever seen City Slickers?
no.
Oh my God. Do you know who Billy Crystal is?
Yeah, I know who Billy Crystal is.
Do you know who Daniel Stern is? Daniel Stern?
I don't know who that is.
Home Alone?
Oh, okay.
The tall, lanky robber?
Oh, he looks like my dad. Anyway, yeah.
So it's the two of them, and they go on this retreat. They're businessmen and go on a retreat to kind of try to find themselves and help out. Oh my God! And Jack Palance. Oh my God! Oh, we're watching the trailer right now. Like, because I'm not giving you the movie now, but City Slickers. We're gonna do a cowboy one week, and I don't know about cowboy, but
Well, we've done westerns already, but
I know. But there's so I want to give you that. I want to give you the Cowboy Way. There's so many different movies I want to give you to watch. Now that I'm thinking about it, let me see. City Slickers trailer. Facebook, Google, YouTube. Please don't shut me down for sharing trailers directly from your sites later. It's just dumb. It really is. Just saying, just before I share this, I'm asking you, please, please, oh please. So yeah, check this out. This is City Slickers, Billy Crystal, classic,
Perfected for cheesy, crunchy
and Jesus.
satisfaction. Cheez-Its.
Business moves fast. Our network does too. Cogeco, a world-class network, locally served.
What kind of trailer is this?
You ever reach a point in your life where you say to yourself, this is the best I'm ever going to look, the best I'm ever going to feel, the best I'm ever going to do, and it ain't that great?
Happy birthday.
For Mitch Robbins, turning 39 wasn't the end of the world. It just felt like it.
I'm losing hair where I want hair, and I'm getting hair where there shouldn't be hair. I found 4 big fat ones on my back. I'm starting to look like the Fly.
He couldn't put his finger on what was missing,
Show him the brochure. It's fantastic.
but his friends could.
2 weeks, the 3 of us. Driving cattle. What, like in a truck? No, it's a real old-fashioned cattle drive.
Go away with Ed. Take Phil. Go and find your smile.
Welcome to the Stone Range. Believe it or not, that work you saw a while ago, y'all are going to be doing that the next 2 weeks.
My ass hurts just watching this. What do you think? I think you look like one of the village people. I'll pay for that shirt, too.
That's Jack Palance.
That is the toughest man I've ever seen in my life. Did you see how leathery he was? It was like a saddlebag with eyes. Hi, Curly. Kill anyone today?
They ain't over yet.
Arnold, I'm losing you. We're going behind a butte. And Arnold?
I got a special treat. We're gonna make fresh coffee. Wow, something's spooking the cattle.
Damn Penny!
City folk. This cow's having a baby. Reach in and pull out the calf.
You know, this was not in the brochure.
Yeehaw!
Billy Crystal,
Look what I did. I made a cow.
Daniel Stern,
I lost my wife, I lost my job, and I've got some sort of rash from making in the bushes.
and Bruno Kirby
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh, God.
hit the trail.
What secret of life is
No, what?
this?
Your finger?
Just one thing.
What's the one thing?
That's what you've got to figure out.
Let's just leave the herd and get the hell out of here, huh?
A cowboy doesn't leave his herd.
You are a sporting goods salesman!
Not today.
Sometimes you have to get your feet wet
God, I don't like this!
to sit a little taller in the saddle.
I'm 39, I'm saying moo cow in a river! Do you believe this?
Came out here, City Slickers. You're gonna go home, cowboys.
City Slickers.
I'm on vacation!
Sitting here smiling like a fool. I absolutely love that movie. That is so good.
It looks interesting.
You think I don't know what interesting means when people say, "Oh yeah, that looks interesting"?
That means I would give it a watch.
Oh, you're gonna have to, anyways. So, all right. So what we've got for legend or for fantasy, I've got legend so far for you, and you have Harry Potter for me. Our actors that we hate, we're set in. The fantasy stuff we could be talked out of, but I don't know if we've seen anything that. Did you see anything in the comments there that kind of tickled your fancy?
Not particularly, and I didn't really see any films that I've particularly seen.
Greg Switzer, my ex-wife called me interesting. See what I mean? It's never a good thing. It's never a good thing. If not, we'll. Should I go with legend, or do I go?
Go with what your heart desires.
Willow. Well, because Willow, I mean, there's the upcoming Disney Plus series. But Willow's really old. I mean, they're both really old. They're both probably around the same era.
Around the same time you were born.
I will just not
Boom,
comment
boom.
on that.
Oh, come on. I'm funny.
Looking.
No.
I'm totally kidding.
You saw my grad photos.
Your grad photos, yeah, we have them here. If folks want to see Jade's grad photos, here she is in her grad cap and gown.
Yeah.
As you see, she's sporting. This is you've heard of Vera Wang. This is Clanny Wang, and the latest Clanny Wang.
I'm capturing
dress
my
is-
inner clammy.
You definitely are.
I never thought I would say that. Oh my god.
And yet here we are.
I know.
Yet here we are. Loving the Clanny. Legend was 85, Willow was 88, I think.
That's not old.
I mean, no, I was 10 when Legend came out.
Yeah, but that's not like old. Like I thought you meant like old as in like it was like in like the 40s or like 50s.
So like when I was born. You know, folks, the more you feed into her with this shit, the worse she gets. I'm just putting that out there.
Oh, come on. You're
Don't feed into.
how many people my graduation photos are from a clan shark. And I'm the horrible one.
Fair enough. I did compare you to Clan Shark there.
It's okay.
We love Clan.
I really do.
We have nothing but love for Clanny here on the show. You know that. Like Clanny's our boy. I'm actually really upset with myself. I didn't realize until the second I hit end the show during Ratchy TV, and I didn't have one time where I dropped Clanny. So I felt bad for not having Clanny. So that's why we've already seen Clanny twice in this one. Hey, at least we're recommending talkies. Talkies. You're gonna have to give me more because right now you're speaking Ron language, and the only one that can decipher what you're saying is Ron. But Ron will decipher that, then he'll say it back to us, and we're gonna have to try to decipher what Ron was saying to us. I'm just saying. And Ron, we love you. We pick, but I swear to God, we mean it out of love. Movies with sound. That's what I thought. Sweet. Because we're old. We are. Well, I know we are, especially Jade. She's the old guard here. Definitely. We were on multiple platforms today, folks. We were on our Facebook page. If you would like to, please go over to Facebook. He said, she said. Give us a like and a follow there. Turn your notifications on. The only time you're ever going to see anything from our page coming up in your notifications is when we're going live, or if we happen to ask you for ideas for the show. But please go over there, like us, turn your notifications on. It helps with the algorithms and for getting more people to see our page and to get more people to see the show. And the more people that see the show, the more people that interact during the shows, which is what we always love to see. We were there. We were on YouTube as well under Rat GTV. Just follow me there. Twitter, same deal. And we were on Twitch, and that was under Rat GTV as well. Basically, if you can go on any social media and you look up Rat GTV, you're going to find us. More unlikely. Until I can find a way to get us on TikTok as well. We'll have to just start doing duets. It's like, no. I'm not old.
Have TikTok?
Do I have TikTok? I have a TikTok. I actively participate in the TikTok.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have it to watch TikTok.
What?
Please say no. That's the only reason I even have TikTok.
Well, I may have made a couple videos.
Oh.
But mine are mostly just stitches and duets and reacting to other people because, you know, that's what I do. I'm not cool.
Okay.
I love that you're like, You're like, no, you're right. You're not cool. It's like,
I was saying, yeah, maybe you're not, but you know what? I'm not cool either.
what
The loser is Zeus.
fair, I guess.
Anyone that comes out of BRTF is.
Well, when it comes to BRTF, we're the only cool ones. Here, you want to see my TikToks? Here, I'll show you, folks. Come follow me on TikTok. Give me a like over there too, please. I'm going to share it right now just so you can see how bad they are. Because mine are not good.
Here
you go. Here's the first one. Some guy talking about
aspects of this that makes people upset. I'd say the difference being
that was not fun.
What's up, Hoopy and TikTok? It is time to find out if we are Hoopy and soulmates. Blind went this video answering the following.
We weren't. But this is Matt Shua, that guy right there, for a Hop This Way show, made this rap, this intro.
I'm following you right now on TikTok.
Well, you should, because I'm very TikTokish. See that leg break?
Y'all just know Anderson Spider Silva is laughing his ass off at this shit, saying that's some irony right there.
True.
Ah, bit me in the butt. You thought I was.
Oh, and this, obviously.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. I see you. Oh.
I'm just saying, like. These old men. Look at these old dudes.
What?
Right? How insane is that? I want that album. Oh, this one. I like this one.
Or what?
Come on. That's what, bitch. That's what.
You guys crushed the first.
All right, that's it. I won't keep showing you the rest of those.
That was good though. I like that.
Yeah, that's what I do. They're fun, but I want to start doing more skits and stuff. Especially with my boy Jordan. Check out Jordan James coming out this Tuesday. He's got a new episode dropping. Check it out. Jordan James Show on YouTube. You can always follow us as well, like I said, on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. He Said, She Said with Zeus and Jade. There are a few other He Said, She Saids out there. Go to check out. If you're in the Niagara region and you're old school and you like to watch DVDs, you like to go out and rent movies and shit like that, there's still a place to do that. You can go to That's Entertainment in St. Catharines. Go see our boy Greg Switzer over there. Go rent yourself some movies, and yeah, man, enjoy COVID with some classics, yo. What do you mean? Who am I? What kind of question is that? Is that because I have TikTok? Chad Golden, is that because I'm a TikToker? Listen, I am your boy Zeus, the OG influencer who never really made any money doing it. Shut up, Jade.
I never said anything.
All right, folks, here we go. So next week, Mile 22 is what I am going to be reviewing, the Mark Wahlberg movie, because I'm not a fan, and Jade is. And Jade will be watching What Women Want because she's not a fan of Mel Gibson as a person. But I like his acting.
I wasn't even a fan of him, like, acting, really. Like,
oh, really? Well, she just don't like him. But she liked the last movie. So we'll see what happens. So she's going to watch What Women Want. I'm going to watch Harry Potter next week. But, folks, do I give Jade Legend? Or do I give her Willow? I'm kind of divided right here. I'm not sure. I really want to give her Legend just because Tim Curry is fucking awesome in Legend.
we can always do Willow another time, too.
Oh, I get. Guess we can do like movies based on TV shows or something like that, or vice versa. Movies that result in TV shows coming out afterwards. Ooh, that works. So we could do like Limitless. Oh my God, there's a lot of movies that turn into TV shows afterwards. I like it. Legend. Yeah, all right. You know what? Like Barney Miller, like Barney on How I Met Your Mother said, this will be Legend.
Wait for it.
No, that's it. You're gonna watch Legend. That's what I do. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. So next week it will be Legend for Jade, the Tom Cruise, Tim Curry classic fantasy adventure. I will be watching the very first Harry Potter movie. We will also be watching movies that star actors that we don't really care for them as people or actors, for the most part. I will be watching Mile 22 starring Mark Wahlberg, and Jade will be watching What Women Want starring Mel Gibson. Chad Golding said movies with shows after The Dark Crystal. Yeah, you keep pimping The Dark Crystal. We might just have to do that, buddy. We may just have to do that. Looking forward to that. I hope everybody had a good time. This was a good show. We had a lot of interaction and a lot of fun. Went a little long. Hour 17, not bad. Not bad. I think our first few shows were like 2 hours. So, but yeah. And we've got it down for next week, so I'm happy with that. Folks, like we said, if you're looking for cheap internet anywhere in Canada, so you can save a few pennies, but you don't want to sacrifice any of your performance, please consider giving Tony a call over at DocNet, docnet.ca. They've got you covered from coast to coast here in Canada. Help connecting your home to the rest of the world. They don't just have internet, though. They have home phone, so give them a shout. Greg Switzer, don't say sorry, buddy. Don't say sorry at all. We just told the folks to go give you follow. I think you guys still have curbside pickup right now at That's Entertainment. If so, go give them a show. Go get some movies for the rest of your lockdown. It won't last much longer, folks. We're almost out, Ontarians. And back to music for you. Chad Golden, hope you enjoy the rest of your night with the rest of your music. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Jack Daniels. Jade Parks, I hope you enjoy the rest of your room. Your room. I don't know. I'm sorry. Greg says yes, curbside.
Enjoy the rest of yours too, Zeus.
Thank you very much. Greg says yes, curbside only right now, but still a huge selection of the classics. Go check them out. Listen, if you're in Ontario, you're in lockdown right now anyways. You're at the stay-home order. Why not go get some movies? Go get some curbside. Check out That's Entertainment in St. Catharines. Check out Greg Switzer. Tell him Rat G TV. He said, she said, sent you. Aside from that, no problem about that at all. But Miss Jade, you got anything to part with?
No, I do not. That is everything. Thank you for watching. That's literally all I got. It's been a night.
I mean, what else is there left to say but...
Give me back my son!
I swear that's the new Clanny. I swear.
Oh my God, you shouldn't even say it. You shouldn't even have said that. Anyways, for Jade Parks, for myself, Zeus, to all of you, thank you again so much for joining in, and thank you for all the comments. We love you all and hope you all have a safe and healthy weekend. And we will see you all next week. Peace.